go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Hey guys, I got a question online, and I've been wanting to talk about this because I have this conversation with a lot of players and a lot of parents. And when I saw this question, I wanted to put a video up so we can finally discuss it online. And the question was, do you believe that you're supposed to swing down to hit the ball or swing up? And it's a topic that's been around forever. I can remember watching an old clip of Ted Williams way back in the day, and he was a big proponent of swinging up, that the swing travels uphill, not down. And there's been hundreds of coaches, and in fact, the majority of coaches at younger levels that I see today still teach kids to swing down. When in today's world, we have so many slow motion videos and we have all this science out that shows how the swing works, what the swing plane actually looks like. And we've found out that the swing doesn't move downhill. The swing actually is moving uphill slightly. If you look at a baseball game, the pitcher is standing on a mound and throwing overhead. So when he's throwing, the ball is moving on average between 8 and 10 degrees downhill. So in order to get on playing with the baseball, the swing of a major league player is about 8 to 10 degrees, slightly 8 to 10 degrees uphill. And it makes sense when you think about it. If a ball is moving downhill 8 to 10 degrees, your best chance of hitting it is to get on plane with that ball, and that would be the exact opposite, 8 to 10 degrees uphill. What I want to show you here is this something that I saw on Sports Science on ESPN, and they're a show that really looks more at the scientific side of things. And here we have Nomar Garciaparra. And before we really get into things, I just want to show you what they were showing. So they were demonstrating how the swing travels uphill. And if we watch it here comes the ball, and you can see the ball moving downhill about 10 degrees. And you can see once Nomar's bat gets in the hitting zone, it starts to travel about that same degree, 8 to 10 degrees, uphill to meet it. And if you watch any player hit, any good player in the major leagues, this is the way their bat's going to travel through the hitting zone. And this is super slow motion that they had it at. And you can see that move right there. If we go to the next clip, what they did was they actually took the exact angle. So on the left is Nomar's angle of 10 degrees on a normal swing. So on the left it was, they told Nomar, we just want you to hit. We're going to throw you a ball. We want you to hit. And they calculated that he was swinging upwards 10 degrees. On the right, it shows 20 degrees. Now on that one, they told Nomar that they wanted him to really hit the ball in the air. This was his home run swing. And they were showing that he swings a little bit more uphill when he was trying to hit a home run. Now, for this discussion, that really doesn't matter. What we want to look at more is the angle on the left. And that was the first angle, that 10-degree swing. And this is what they found through research, that the average swing, a normal swing from a major league player, is 10 degrees uphill. Now, what I'm trying to explain to people, and this is one of the first things I explain when I'm doing a lesson or when I'm doing a hitting lesson, because it's something that I've noticed in a lot of hitters, that their bat path is not correct. A lot of players are swinging downhill through the ball. No matter how big or strong or whatever physical tools and attributes you have as a hitter, the most important thing, the most basic yet most important thing is bat path. What does your swing plane look like? Because if your bat path is not good, and if it's incorrect, your chances of hitting and your chances of being successful for both average and power dramatically go down. The best hitters in the game, the guys like Robinson Cano and Albert Pujols, those type of guys, the guys that consistently hit above 300, well, they do it for a couple reasons. Yes, they have great eyesight. I hear that all the time. They have great eyesight. They have great plate discipline. That is very, very true. But one of the common denominators with all these players is they get the path of their bat on plane extremely early in the swing, and they stay on plane for a very, very long time, all the way throughout hitting the ball. The reason this improves us as hitters is when we get on plane early, our timing sometimes gets disrupted from changeups and curveballs and two-seam fastballs and all this stuff. But if we can get on path early and stay on path, we have more of a chance to make a mistake, because now if we make a mistake and we're a little late, if we're on plane with the ball, we still have a chance to hit. If we're right on time, well, then we definitely have a good chance to hit. If we're a little bit early but we're still on plane, we have another good chance to hit. It gives us more room for error. And I'm going to show you that in a few minutes when we look at some other hitters. But first here I got a diagram that I wanted to show you, and it kind of explains a little bit and gives you something to look at. On top here is what a proper bat path looks like. This is what happens when we get the bat on plane, and when I say behind us, I just mean early. We have the path of the pitch, and then we have the path of the bat. And as you can see, if you get your bat lined up with the path of the ball, and we stay on that line for a long time, obviously we have a better chance of making contact, whether we're hitting the ball early, right on time, late, we still have a chance to hit the ball. If we look below at the improper bat path, this is what it looks like when you're swinging downhill on a ball or swinging down. And a lot of coaches will say you have to swing down to create backspin. And that's not true, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But just looking at this diagram, you can see the line in blue is the path of the pitch, and the line in yellow is the path of the bat. And you can see you have one chance to intersect this ball here. So if you're late or you're early, you've got no chance to hit it. You're going to swing through it. Even if you're right on time, a lot of times what you'll see is if you're a little bit too on top of the ball, you'll smother it into the ground. Or you'll see a lot of high infield pop-ups. If you're a right-handed hitter or a left-hand, let's say for instance a right-handed hitter, and you're hitting a lot of high pop-ups to the second baseman, coaches will say, you're swinging too up. You got an uppercut. You've got a little hole. You've got a little dip in that back shoulder. It's not because of that. It's because you're swinging too far downhill, and you're just clipping the bottom of the ball. You're swinging at such an angle down that you don't have a good area of impact to hit the ball. You're going to slice balls, and you're going to just nick the bottom half, and you're going to spin it and pop up to the infield. And it's pretty simple to see if you look at this diagram that you've got that one chance to hit. Your chances of hitting are so low that your average is just going to drop. If you put that swing on it time after time after time, you don't have a very good chance of making contact or making solid contact. Now, to really get into this topic further, this could take an hour, 2 hours. It would actually take a lot longer than that. I only have a 10-minute video, so I can't get into exactly everything that I would like to, but I'll keep making more and more videos on this topic. Today I just wanted to answer that question and kind of start a discussion on bat path and this whole swing down or swing up topic. The last thing I want to say is, when we work with players, everything that we do as far as hitting mechanics, whether it's weight distribution or weight transfer or the direction of our stride foot or the way our momentum is moving or the position of our hands or the position of our front shoulder, how far it's tucked in or is it open, or where our front hip is directed, whatever it might be, we're looking at what impact is that problem going to have on your swing path. And it can be something very, very tiny. That's the thing about swinging. It might be something that you would say, there's no way that has a big impact on the path of my bat or on my swing plane. And believe it or not, it does. So that's really my job when I'm looking at swings and when I'm looking at my own swing, is trying to get everything right so that my swing path is working the way it's supposed to. And when it works the way it's supposed to, my chances of getting hits dramatically goes way, way up. And that's all you can really ask for is give yourself a chance at the plate.